Dave Ramsey, Barbara Corcoran, and Warren Buffett are all saying it's a great time to buy a home. But with the interest rates over 7%, is that just crazy talk? In this video, I'm gonna show you why they're saying that. Also, if you're looking to relocate to Houston, I wanna make sure you don't move to the wrong areas. One of these neighborhoods has a crime stat of 533% over the national average. So we're gonna go visit some areas that I think have some great potential and will slash that 7% interest rate almost in half. Hi, I'm Adam Sanders, the Watchdog Realty Group, and your Houston Living Guide. Barbara Corcoran says it's a good time to buy because the minute interest rates go down, everybody's going to come rushing back to the market. Prices are going to explode, and you're going to be paying more for the same house. Dave Ramsey says if you can find one, regardless of interest rates, I want you to go ahead and buy one now, he says. And Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway just invested $814 million into new builders D.R. Horton and Lennar. New home builders are offering crazy interest rates. If you're waiting for interest rates to come down, are what these three housing influencers say make you change your mind? Or are you still gonna wait for those rates to come down? I'm about to jump on I-45 South, about 45 minutes south of downtown Houston, to number 4 on my list, Texas City. Texas City has exploded in popularity, largely due to the master plan community, Lago Mar. I'm gonna take you on a home tour there and show you the largest man-made lagoon in all of Texas. From swimming pools, to clubhouses, to fitness centers, to splash pads, to playgrounds, to gated communities, to walking trails, and to soccer fields, Lago Mar has amenities galore. And a true test to know when an area is exploding, it has the Texas trifecta, a new H-E-B, Buc-ee's, and Whataburger. I know Whataburger sold us out, but we kind of tend to ignore that, right? Let's not forget the Tanger Outlet Mall with over 100 discounted brands like Nike, Coach, Gap, Michael Kors, Oakley, and my favorite, Under Armour. I'm gonna take you on a new build tour, and you can forget about those over 7% interest rates. Builders here are offering crazy incentives that cut that rate almost in half. But before we do that, let's go check out this amazing lagoon. At a whopping 12 acres, Lago Mar Crystal Lagoons is an amazing amenity that has white sand beaches and Caribbean blue waters. Future phases of development around the lagoon include hotels, retail, dining, entertainment, as well as a separate pay-for-access beach. Can you imagine having your own private beach with crystal blue water? I'm pulling up the Castle Rock Builders in Texas City, and at the time of this video, they are offering 5.99% interest rates and closing costs, or a 3-year buy down with year 1 at 3.99% interest, year 2 at 4.99% interest, and year 3 through 30 at 5.99% interest. If you want more information on these incentives, just contact me. My information's in the description below. Number 3 on my list has a really cool factor to it. It's perfect for singles, young professionals, retirees, and families. It's located just east of downtown. In fact, that's how it got its name. Edo, or East Downtown, was rated highly by Spacewise as a great place to live in Houston. While this historic neighborhood still features structures and landmarks built in the 1800s, Houston home buyers can also find new construction and modern restaurants and breweries in this revitalized area. A couple of my absolute favorites are True Anomaly Brewing, and just across the street you can get some of Houston's best burgers at Rodeo Goat. And let's not forget that iconic Houston restaurant, the Original Ninfa's, which is said to have introduced Houston to fajitas in the early 70s. Edo was also close to both the University of Houston and Texas Southern University, making it a great location for anyone looking to further their education. And because this large neighborhood both borders downtown Houston and extends to the edge of the loop, Edo residents can choose to live closer to the craziness of the city or make their way closer to the suburbs. According to SpaceWise, the median home price here is just over $102,000. But I'm gonna take you on a tour of a townhome with spectacular views. Let's go. Next up on my list is Webster. Webster is creating tons of buzz because they just opened reservations for the Great Wolf Lodge Water Park. Let's go up and take a look where this is going to be and some other great attractions. This area just southeast of the NASA bypass is where they are building tons of attractions and what they are calling an 80-acre destination development, which fuses the indoors with the outdoors with dining, entertainment, venues, a boardwalk, and much more called Flyway. The focus on this area was strategic because it is equidistant from downtown Houston and Galveston. With all this development, what do you think is going to happen to this little town? Do you think they're going to do more expanding on the NASA bypass area, or are we just going to have to get used to a lot more congestion? Webster only has a population of 12,000, but there's a lot of new construction being built in a beautiful neighborhood called Edgewater. I'm pulling up the Highland Home Builders, and at the time of this video, they have one of their inventory homes marked down by $80,000. They are also offering 5.99% interest rates and some special incentives. So let's go check them out. Edgewater is a premier master plan community in the Bay Area located in the heart of Webster. It's just 3 minutes to I-45 via the NASA Parkway bypass, providing super easy access to Houston and Galveston. And how could you not feel super fancy with your very own lakeside dock, bell tower, and roundabout? Number one on my list just happened to also make Niche.com's #1 place to live in the Houston area. Home to Johnson Space Center, Clear Lake, Texas is a coastal community about 20 miles southeast of downtown Houston. Clear Lake has amazing rankings from Niche.com with an overall grade of A+. It also ranked #3 for best neighborhoods to raise a family in Houston and #5 for best neighborhoods to live in Houston. 3 places you must try in the Clear Lake area are J. Henry's, Nobi, and Burger Nation. The school district is also highly sought after, and it also earned the ranking of A+. Clear Lake is an older, well-established neighborhood, and while there really isn't any more new construction in this neighborhood, the homes here hold their value very well with a median price of just over $295,000. Former astronaut Neil Armstrong's home recently hit the market here in Clear Lake, listing at just over $581,000. The man who first stepped foot on the moon bought his home in 1964 for only $30,000. Clear Lake residents have really great things to say about living here. Like, I love Clear Lake. The area itself is pretty quiet and safe with plenty of opportunities of things to do. It's right by NASA and a short drive to Houston and Galveston. And the school system, CCISD, is very nice. And the teachers really care about you. A significant downfall though is the fact that the heat in the summer will get over 100 degrees. Yeah, welcome to South Texas, where we just had a stupid summer with over 100-degree weather for weeks on end. Now that I've given you some ideas of the best areas to buy, there are certainly some areas in Houston you should avoid. The grittier side of the Bayou City, according to an article put out by roadsnacks.net, where they claim the stuff about where you live that no one else has the guts to say. I'll be giving you their rankings along with crime stats from ETSA. First up is Sunnyside. Located just south of downtown, Sunnyside is a quick 16-minute drive down 288. This neighborhood has been notorious for being not a great place to live for many years, and according to roadsnack.net, the economy here is about as lively as a tortoise on a hot day. I'm assuming that's not a good thing. With an unemployment rate of 6.1% and a median income of just over $41,000 a year, it's not exactly a landed opportunity. But if you're looking for affordable housing, the median home value here is only $97,000. But buyer beware, one of the highest crime rates comes from Sunnyside. Here, residents have a 1 in 11 chance of becoming a violent crime victim. Next up is the Northeast End. If you're living in the northeastern part of the city, your neighborhood is simply called Northeast. No frills, no fuss. Even though this area is home to the Brock Park Golf Course, the median income is only $32,000 and has an extremely low median home value at $66,000. And the crime rates don't make this area any better. There were 6,710 incidents per 100,000 people, which is almost triple the national average. Residents here recommend keeping wallets and devices close to avoid getting mugged for cash or phones. You also have a 1 in 11 chance of becoming a crime victim here. Do you think this area will ever change? If you're looking to relocate here in Houston, I would love to help you by not moving you to the wrong area. I've helped tons of people move to the right areas. You can contact me anytime. My contact information is right down there in the description. The far north end of Houston came in at number 1. As you drive north about 20 minutes from the skyline of downtown Houston, you enter the number 1 worst area to live in Houston. This area encompasses the Alding area with I-45 and the Hardy toll roads running through the middle. Roadsnacks.net rated this one of the worst because the job opportunities are as sparse as a desert, with an unemployment rate of 5.5%, and the jobs that do exist only earn a median income of $30,000 a year. The median home price is also considered the worst at $52,000. Those are some pretty bad numbers, but what is really scary is that according to ETSA, the crime rates grew to 246% higher than the national average. And it ranked some of the worst violent crime rates in the nation at 533% above the national average. Here you'll have a 1 in 13 chance of becoming a crime victim. Tap or click here if you want a more in-depth video about the Flyway project and all the great things coming to our area. And if you got any value from this video at all and don't want to miss another one, you can just subscribe here. Thanks for watching.